Now, we can go across to lesson 24, and we find that we're now on the R. We're starting at the top for the R, top to bottom, swing around, and then curve outwards. We have to remember that these letters had passed from the Phoenicians to the Greeks and then to the Romans. So there was a refining process going on. And some of these letters were from the Greek alphabet. So here we have the S. The S starts at the top, once again slides back, and it's all done in one movement. It's a narrow letter, so it fits in half the square. The T, you always start with the downstroke, top to bottom, and then left to right. So that should always be the order, top to bottom, left to right. The bar across the top is 2/3 of the square, so it should not be too long. So the proportions there are very important. Now the letter U was not created by the Romans. It wasn't in the original 22 letters of the Roman alphabet as seen around 300 AD. So it was created somewhere along the line, and that's the history of that is something you can research. So this is quite a wide letter though. When you do it, you'll be taking up about 3/4 of the box. In Roman times, the V was used as a substitute for that, and that's why when you see the sign for the Bulgari jewellery store, you'll see that it's BV instead of BUL, it's BV. So they use the V instead of the U. So that's why it's rather classical to put the V in place of the U. And let's face it, the V is more handsome than the U. That's why you notice with some people they'll write a U without the downstroke, because we don't exactly have a Roman model as to how it should be done. That's why you'll find with U and J there's many varieties of that letter, simply because there wasn't a classical shape to reference to say this is exactly how it should be done. Now the letter W is once again a letter that wasn't created by the Romans, so it's top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. But this time, unlike the M, there are some parallel strokes. So this one, 1 and 3 are parallel, and 2 and 4 can be parallel. So that's an interesting one, and it's also can jut slightly out of the square at the top. So these are points to remember when you write these letters. It's not so important when you're doing the cursive version, but if you like an architectural style of writing or designing fonts, you should keep all these things in mind.